just a little bit from Bergkamp. Well played by Sensini. Ortega. Stump. Sure would like to give a reassuring performance both for his country and for his new club.
Yes, he's been under a little bit of pressure, particularly in the Dutch press. They feel he's made one or two vital mistakes. He is a massively strong player, and we've seen that he has some pace. I was told before the game that actually stam in Dutch means tree trunk, but he's far more mobile than that.
Useful, Lopez. His run was matched by that of Frank de Boer. Kluivert not seeing the intention. Won by Ortega, that's the goalkeepers.
Argentina just a little bit nippier in the middle of the park at the moment, where you have Veron winning the challenges and Ortega and Zanetti, very good workers as well as skillful. Argentina also playing with a three centre-back system, Sensini, Ayala and Chamot. The Dutch keeping their back four in, Reitziger as the right back, Newman as the left back, Stam and Frank de Boer as the centre-backs. And for Holland, it seems to me as though Kaku is going to play wide, and as a replacement for Overmars, he'll play probably slightly deeper. Kluivert is a very orthodox centre forward, with Bergkamp dropping off a little bit.
This is Ortega, and the free kick is given against Stump, who is shown the yellow card, which he can't quite believe. It's the first booking for the Dutch in this second phase. Well, tried to get to the ball and made ankle first.
With events of the last few days, it's going to be so important that both sides try and keep 10 outfielders on the pitch today. In these conditions, a man short would be absolutely vital.
Said at the start, it's the sixth time this referee has refereed a World Cup Finals match. 5 times he's sent a man off. That shot by Batistuta is blocked by Davids. Stump. Quite what he intended. He was put under pressure by Batistuta. It's a foul by Lopez. De Boer. Good block by Sensini. Following Bergkamp. That's a good piece of play. Nice little return. Kluivert! Lovely play by Holland. Ronald de Boer, Bergkamp, and Patrick Kluivert makes his first impression at the highest level. 11 minutes and 34 seconds. Holland's 10th goal of World Cup '98.
What a superb angled pass here by Ronald de Boer, a most fantastic player in my view. And Bergkamp's vision to play that ball square across the box, and Kluivert's nous. He knew that Bergkamp was going to put it into the space, and there he was, casually lifting it past the goalkeeper on his left-hand side. A man under pressure, a man now relieved of a lot of that pressure, putting the Dutch in a fantastic opening start.
Doing what their coach, Ruud Hiddink, said was important. Said it would be much the best for the team that gets control of things in the first period. Here's Ronald de Boer, Kluivert, Wim Jonk, Bergkamp had Sensini and the ball at the same time. Veron. Campeones is the early cry from the Dutch support. Here's Ortega, being given a reasonable amount of room, albeit wide. Two in the middle, Batistuta makes one run, then another. It's covered by Newman. Stump. Ayala. Lopez. Ball's out.
And that was a good decision by the linesman. Lopez was right on top of him. Passarello will be reminding his players, keep calm, it's early.
Behind for the second time. Of course, they were 2-1 behind to England. The only other side to score against them. Going through the group matches without conceding a goal. Here's Sensini. Easy for Newman. Bergkamp. Free kick. Challenge from Almeida, adjudged a foul. He clearly doesn't agree, and that seemed to be quite a sharp look at Dennis Bergkamp. Yonk. Davids. Still one of 4 players now of Holland who've been on the pitch for every second so far. Mars was in the group, but misses this one. She's joined us late. He's out because of a hamstring injury. Ooh, the referee will not like that challenge one little bit. And it hurt Newman as much as it hurt Ortega. Newman invited to get up. Free kick given. But the Mexican referee seems to be content with that.
Well, Ortega nipped in when Newman just lost the ball. And Ortega was too quick. And I think Newman, in stretching there, has probably damaged a groin. I don't know. We shall see.
And the yellow card is shown. He waited till he got up on his feet, which suggests that the referee is a gentleman. It's a perfectly justified yellow card. He's taken. Newman is invited back. This is Veron for Argentina. And it's still Veron for Argentina, just couldn't get the final touch. It just needed the big toe, and it might have been enough to push it under Van der Sar.
Well, he kept running Veron. It was Batistuta, I think, that gave him the final opportunity. Not really much of a scorer, Veron, in his career, but he's a real powerhouse.
Flag stays down, and this is Lopez, and it is 1-1, and the Dutch look at the linesman, and history repeats itself. They looked at the linesman 4 years ago when they went out in this round against Brazil. But there was no flag then, and there's been no flag now. Lopez's goal for Argentina stands, and suddenly the delight is in a different colour.
I think we've got a fabulous game in the making now. You see the cleverness there of Lopez's run. It was Veron, the player we were discussing, who's made that super pass. Veron made the ball into the inside right channel. Lopez, another of those left to right runs across the face of the defence, dummied Van der Sar and had the audacity to place it through his legs.
And I think that the assistant referee was absolutely right with his decision. The Dutch were caught out, as they were by the Brazilians. 1-1, game on. Free kick for the challenge on Ronald de Boer, whose brilliance in orchestrating the start of the Dutch goal has now been nullified. Jonk to take the free kick. Stam is up. A lot of jostling for position. Got 6 players in the 18-yard area, had the Dutch. It's a good try, but he didn't really get any power behind the header.
Well, the referee has to have eyes in his back of his head when those free kicks or indeed corners are delivered. It's like 6 players of orange being marked by leeches in blue and white stripes, and Rower did well there to collect that ball cleanly. A nightmare for the referee. Everyone holding and jostling and fighting for little runs and movements to get that extra yard.
Kluivert moves away. Free kick to Holland. Davids. Jonk. Sturm. Ronald de Boer. Simeone. Almost in the same pair of shorts. Sturm. Frank de Boer is now the back man. Good crisp play here by the Dutch. Good response to the equaliser. That's too long.
Poor throw by the goalkeeper, not appreciated, I wouldn't have thought, by Zanetti. Almost put him out the game.
Frank de Boer. Father offers with the other way, he comes on the short side. Oh, he's got to be careful, he's robbed by Batistuta. Ortega forward, Lopez even further forward, and it was an awful pass by Batistuta.
Shame for Argentina. Newman caught, good delivery. Would have put Lopez in for a second opportunity in almost as many minutes.
With plenty of time and no challenge. Come. Bergkamp couldn't get it. Nicely done by Reisiger. Jonk. Newman. Bergkamp. Chamot receives the yellow card. Jonk will take the free kick. Well out. Roberto Ayala.
Sorry, Barry. Stam there, pushed in at the back post, and he was unmarked.
Drumming is of Argentine origin. Backman for Holland. Newman, bit of space to move into. Didn't really use it. Zanetti. Good carry. Good dispossession. Newman trying again. Davids. Good quality contest this. Just thinking that Argentina, by general opinion, involved in the best match of this championship so far. Maybe they're going to repeat that unless something awful happens this time again. Kluivert. Good clearance by Sensini. Here's Lopez. Trying to run his man, Lopez. Still Lopez. Batistuta waits, the goalkeeper committed, but calmly done by Frank de Boer. And Lopez, having written his name into Argentine history by scoring their 100th goal in World Cup finals, was hinting about a quick second on his personal talent. Davids indicating the referee that was a dive. Not the first to do that. Ortega. Sensini. Simeone. It's corner.
I think the referee was right there. Just a slight touch off the Boers. There you see that super race, both players straining every sinew. And Stam making the challenge. But Lopez is quick.
And very direct. 5 up for Argentina in the 6-yard area. Batistuta at the back. In the end, easy for the Dutch goalkeeper. Left one up, who is Bergkamp. And Roa has come out of his goal. Zanetti. Dispossessed by Kluivert. Played it early for Bergkamp, but not accurately enough. Batistuta's got between two here. Just couldn't get the touch.
Batistuta and Lopez look to run behind the Dutch defenders at every opportunity. Without Overmars, the Dutch have got to work the ball more to make the opportunities. They haven't got the pace to really get behind. And there's Bergkamp coming towards the play, which he so often does, showing to make the passes to bring the midfield in.
This is Davids. Good, positive run by Davids! Well, it got the U from the crowd and the applause from Kluivert, who might perhaps have hoped that Davids would check out and find him. Had 2 up, went for the shot on a very tight angle, and the goalkeeper had that angle certainly covered.
Incredible player, Davids. He's so squat, he looks heavy around the midriff. He's got such power in his legs, he's got drive, but he's got such talent in his left foot. He's the cleverest, possibly, the cleverest manipulator of the ball on the field today. He's a fantastic player.
Simeone. Ortega might counter that argument. The early shot from Simeone.
I think there's a lot of arguments that will be viewed today on this field. It's a very close game. I think one of the problems the Dutch may have as the game wears on is Wim Jonk in the middle of the field. He can't really do the up and back work that may be required. He's got to hold his ground and give Davids opportunities to get up and support Kluivert and Bergkamp. It's going to be hard for him, and he's against a very athletic player in Veron who's giving years away. In fact, Barry, looking at the team sheet, there's only 2 players on the field over 30, and I think that's a good sign, because it's been a World Cup of quite experienced players.
Here's Jonk. Good play by Ayala, forced him to come back. Reisiger. Ronald de Boer. Newman. Kirku has gone down the middle. Bergkamp coming out wide. Sensini for company. It's out. Lopez again. Good follow-up by Simeone, but not a good pass, because they had 3-on-2 for a moment. Kluivert to the right. Chamat with him. Bergkamp to the left. Sensini with him. Yala between the two Argentine defenders. Kluivert, Reisiger. Free kick. This time he's adjudged to have used more than his fair share. There's a nice reaction at the end of it. A little push then, a little grab. It's what has been a very interesting football World Cup. It's also been quite a strong test of arm ball. Won by Lopez, but nobody in particular. Newman. Stump. Something of the early pace has understandably dropped from the game. Bergkamp did well to get a second bite. Kluivert, nice little thing. Davids! Kluivert! Interesting block by the goalkeeper, who was going off a little bit the other way, I think. Got his body there.
It was a clever layoff, and Davids hit it instantly, and you could see their rower going slightly to his left and then having to palm away.
Now we've had a third of the contest, and so far it's lived up to its billing. Plenty of smiles. They're on. Batistuta banked the ball first. Simeone's picking out quite a lot coming forward on the left side. Calmly done by Jonk.
Simeone has also been detailed to mark Ronald de Boer on the left-hand side. The further Ronald de Boer pushes up the field, the more Simeone has to track back. He's a powerhouse usually in the centre. He's playing on the left-hand side for his country.
Davids again finds room on the left side. Bergkamp forward, not used. Kluivert away somewhat hurriedly. Koku. Jonk. Kluivert holding up the ball well. Bergkamp, Jonk just behind. Koku, this is, turned into Batistuta. The fact that Batistuta was there is indicative of how the Argentines are getting people back. Good break right side. Reisiger, 3 on the 18-yard line. Lopez back to assist if need be. Koku. Seen his clearance, but not a particularly good one. Davids and Zanetti. Newman, good positive header. Bergkamp. Turned back into the tackle. Ortega. Strong challenge by Davids. Dutch having the better of it at this stage.
Yes, the Dutch are playing quite fluidly at the moment. They're finding Kluivert very well up the middle. He's playing across the width of the 18-yard box. He's looking for the ball at clever angles whenever they've got the ball in defensive areas, and they're trying to find him up to his feet. No awkward balls to control, and he's laying it off with some subtlety.
They're on. Lopez. Batistuta makes run left, right, left again. Stun with him. Simeone. This time it's Ronald de Boer checking on his forward movement, which he hasn't always done. Veron. Simeone found a bit of space here for the Argentine captain. Batistuta. Simeone, and still good clearance by Frank de Boer. That's nice. Jonk to Newman. Kluivert in the middle. Now comes down to the left. Simple but effective touch back to Newman. Bergkamp starts to go. It's through to Kluivert. Well, it would have been, but it was very well cut up by Chamot.
Well, I think Newman spurned a shot there.
Reisiger. Davids. Jonk. Holland de Boer. Bergkamp in a line with the right-hand post. Kluivert a bit further over. Now comes to the back of the box. And this is Jonk. That's a lovely strike of the ball and is well parried.
Terrific play once again to set the play up. Fine block by Roa on Wim-Jonk's other foot, his left. The Dutch a little bit more menacing.
6 wait for the corner. Curling to the back of the area. Sensini goes chasing. Came off the hand briefly, but the referee waved away a half-hearted appeal. Ortega, that's a poor challenge by Dennis Bergkamp. Man who is lucky to be playing in this match. Really got away with a challenge against Yugoslavia. That wasn't pleasant. Ortega. Davids and Ortega. Davids is winning that particular contest at the moment. Two up, 4 behind for the Dutch. Stam, back 4 involved too. Holland de Boer. Jonk has gone to the right. This is Kluivert. De Boer off. And the assistant referee responding to the appeal. Gentleman from Honduras. Ortega. Simeone. Veron. Somewhat subdued. Veron. In one run where he just failed to get the final touch. Straightforward ball, which was testing for Reisiger.
That's the ball Argentina are looking for, the one over the top when they get into the midfield third. Slight variation on the Dutch approach play, up to Kluivert's feet and build off him.
Suited to come from the right, Stam follows his run. Too short anyway. Veron. Ortega, shooting chance on here if he wants it, and he does, and he hits the post! So that evens up that department as well. A goal apiece, a post apiece.
Super shot, a real bomb that. And when it exploded onto the post, I think Van der Sar knew he was beaten.
It's Patrick Kluivert. Koku across the penalty spot. Bergkamp over on this side. Holland de Boer. Simeone. Argentine supporters lifted by that moment. Here's Lopez. Batistuta going to the far post. Ortega coming inside him. Batistuta can't find the final ball to reach Batigol.
When they do break out, Lopez is a real danger. I just feel let's see this attack develop. The Dutch back four are very concerned with Lopez's pace and his running across the line. Batistuta they're not so much worried about, but between the pair of them it's keeping the full-backs of Holland, Newman and Reisiger in fairly defensive positions. I would like to see them be a bit more ambitious, but they've got to be very wary. Lopez is a danger.
Take it. Awkward one for Van der Sar. She does well with. Leading from Daniel Passalella. Jamot. Almeida was the moment then when Davids was carrying the ball and the free kick was given against him. There he is. Oh, they both handled it in that movement. Well, they're rather better at the tango, the Argentines, aren't they?
I think it's called the Eton Wall game.
Batistuta. Zanetti. Both forward, but the ball by Sexton. This was the shot that hit the post. Ortega. Frank de Boer, who ducked his head. Ortega watching it. Didn't get the result that he was hoping for. Into the last 5 minutes, as you see, of the first half, 1-1 the score. Ronald de Boer, Wim Jonk, Bergkamp does well. It was not as comfortable as Roa made it appear. Zanetti. Sensini. Ayala. Peron. Newman now going everywhere Ortega does. Earlier it was Davids. Peron, handball. Lyon.
A very, very even game.
With longer memories might have a certain amusement about handball decisions against the Dutch, because 20 years ago there were handball decisions against Argentina which were not given. The match and the Dutch felt that everything was against them. What could they do sometimes think that, but there's no justification. Peron. This is Chamot. Peron. Free kick. Turning of Jonk. Ball running from Kluivert, and in the space that he left goes Bergkamp. Ayala with him. Huge spin on the ball, but the corner prevented. Sensini. Living a little dangerously. Couldn't have been too aware what was behind. Newman hoped he'd get a free kick. When he saw that he wasn't going to get it, he was very quickly up on his feet. This is Ortega. Space on the left side for Ron. Fouled by Stum, who's already been booked.
There's a tremendous run off the ball then by Lopez as Ortega picked the ball up when Batistuta laid it inside. Stam made the challenge, he definitely caught him, he's such a live wire, Ortega. The ball had gone, but ahead of him, Lopez had made that darting run left to right and really taking Reisiger right across the face of the goal and leaving a massive space. It's a space that Argentina might benefit from.
Batistuta looks as though he fancies a crack. Scored 5 so far, including the penalties. But Baron takes it. That's nicely done. Argentina, who weren't the best free kick to England's loss, but this man Zanetti scoring. Let's try a bit of variation. It's not always just the crack every time. Zanetti. Ortega. He's won that one. Free kick taken, Batistuta. Needs to be watched. Simeone does well. Sensini. Lopez. Many a good contest all over the pitch. Simeone capable of a long throw. Doesn't use it. Ortega. Two weight in the middle. And up comes Veron. Not the best of headers by Cuckoo. And Zanetti. Oh, just kept sticking around his feet. A lovely drive by Simeone. But unfortunately for Argentina, it didn't quite get a sufficient number of degrees round to get it on target. Batistuta, who played it to him, didn't miss by much. Too long. One minute shown on the board, and there goes the half-time whistle. And the end of a really good and interesting half, with the score at 1-1.
A really good half. I think both the Dutch and the Argentine players will be relatively happy with that. A wonderful start for Holland. Kluivert taking advantage of that marvellous reverse header from Bergkamp after the fine pass by De Boer. And then Argentina striking back with Lopez's effort. It's been a fascinating half, a lot of good individual contests on the field. It's all poised, it's a terrific day, and it's a really good game.
That was worth the entrance fee, and none of us have paid one, either at home or here. But it was a much more open game than one might have expected.
I think the game has been fantastic. The England-Argentina game gets 10 out of 10 for the drama and the excitement, the grit and determination. I don't think that will be beaten, but this is real quality. So much open play and so much talent, ability and view. The touch and the technique is unsurpassed anywhere. It's fantastic to watch, it really is.
Who have you picked out in particular? Ronald De Boer seems to have had a fantastic half.
Ronald De Boer, typical him, he's picked the wrong brother. You know, it's one to watch. Are you suggesting that the England game wasn't top quality, which it was in fairness, but I understand what he's saying. England game was exhilarating. This is really fascinating in a different sort of way. It had almost everything. You're talking about shots and goals, shots hitting posts, goals, the lot.
Yeah, it was in marked contrast to yesterday's match between France and Italy, which was the kind of game that you don't want to go to too often, but this is just brilliant.
This has been absolutely superb, and there's wee battles within the game itself with Lopez on the left-hand side and Reisiger, but the one that I'm really enjoying is Davids and Ortega in the middle of the park. Two wonderfully talented players, different players, and they're having the right set to in the middle of the park. It's been a great game.
And Ronald de Boer was involved in the goal, wasn't he, in the Kluivert goal?
He really was, and he learned it off Frank in the garden as a child, I may add. Yeah, he shows great strength. The goal itself, if Owen gets the best individual goal of the tournament so far, this is the best team goal. The header from Bergkamp is unbelievable, and the finish from the lad that Martin thought was unimpressive, it just became hell of impressive there, I thought.
This is absolute perfection. Is the run, the movement, the pass, the layoff, and the finish. Just can't get any better. And he's played well, Kluivert. I'll tell you what, he wasn't too clever in the first game, but in this match, he hasn't done badly at all. And again, the composure and the finish, he's never going to miss it.
Do you think their approach is a bit different without Overmars? Not much is coming down the left, they're going through the middle more.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think they're missing Overmars, to be fair, because there's no genuine pace over in that side of the field. But however, having said that, they've had to adapt, and adapt it well they have done.
The good thing is, so much talent, they can't be negative. Because everybody's good individually. They're not a negative player on the pitch.
I don't, in fairness, Des, I don't think you can afford to be negative anymore. Now, you're talking about a quarter-final, into the semi-final, there's no point in being negative.
It was a negative match yesterday.
You won't see a better goal. You won't see a
Yeah.
better goal. Shooting through the middle, strength, vision, and the header, the layoff, the weight was perfect, and the chip over the goalie. Great goal.
Lopez has been troubling the Holland defence for pace in this match and got the goal. Now, give us your version of the goal and how it went in.
Well, initially I thought he tried to ground the goalkeeper. He's definitely onside. There's no doubt about that. The ball comes through. He's half a yard on, might even be a yard on. Now he lets the ball run through him. Initially, in his mind, he wants to ground the goalkeeper. He realises he hasn't enough pace to ground the goalkeeper, and he nutmegs him. It's a superb
I think it
finish.
was absolutely deliberate, that. Do you? Not a little bit of panic at the end of it?
He was see here again, Des. He wants to ground him. He's not got enough pace to ground him. There you are, right through the legs. It's a wonderful goal.
Panicked there.
I
You think it's a panic?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
But I think there's a bit of both, to be fair. You understand what he...
That's why you two are defenders, though.
Of course.
That was a good
It
finish.
just shows you.
He tried to go
I played midfield
Martin
for
thinks he was an attacker.
I played midfield for 38 years. Just shows you what an impression I made of McCoist. You know, brilliant.
The lights trying to push up. Dangerous game if you get it wrong.
Very much so.
Dangerous game.
Jonker's back in the Dutch team today, having been left out before. Again, has played well, hit the post early on. And
What a start this was. I think this was 4 minutes. The ball comes in. I think it takes a deflection and it breaks to Jonk. Koku has a shot, comes off a defender, breaks to Jonk, waits for it, sits up nicely. Great drive off the post. That was after 4 minutes.
It's a great hit. Deserved a goal. What a good first touch that was. Then they get a little bit of break. The Jonk hits it. Goalkeeper's beaten. Deserved to go in the back of the net.
how do you think the front players are going for Argentina? I mean, I was astonished the other day when Batistuta was it was against England, wasn't it? Was taken off in the second half. How do you feel he's been playing today?
Well, I think he's that type of player, Des. I think he's a threat. He's obviously his main threat is as a goal-scoring threat. But I think up front, their main danger is coming from Lopez on the left and Ortega in the middle, breaking forward. And I think
disappointing. I think Batistuta's been
I would
disappointing.
go along with that,
One
but
great opportunity when he was through. And for me, he's got to do better here.
I think
He does well to win
I
it.
think he does fantastically to
Yeah,
win
but
it.
I mean,
he doesn't
a
know
top-class
whether to take the player on himself, go for it, or nip it into Lopez.
It's a
And to be
bad pass,
fair,
it's
it's
a
just
terrible
done
pass,
very
isn't it?
poorly.
Everybody's having a good look at Stam in the heart of the Dutch defence because he's on his way to Manchester United, and we keep dissecting what he's done. Is he really the most expensive, best defender in the world, you know, most expensive? What about this,
He's
though?
a flyer.
Yeah.
Lopez is a flyer. And he goes flying past him. And I think Stam does all right because he eventually gets the tackle and
he does all right, but he fouls him. I think he pulls Lopez back initially because I think he's a bit caught unawares with the pace of Lopez.
I personally think there's something there. When you're up one against one, you're the defender, you look back and you see 30, 40 yards behind you, I'm telling you, you've got to get close to the player.
we've spoken about this before about the arm coming out. I think he'll do all right in English football because his arm comes in permanently.
Little pull of the shirt. Little pull of the shirt.
Right.
No problem. It's hard to pick out the man of the half in many ways, isn't it? Because so many of them have been good. But Davids would be a contender.
He just gets it for me. I think he's had a superb first half. As I said earlier, I really enjoyed the battle with him and Ortega in the middle of the park, and he shows some strength. That's a terrific ball to start it from Bergkamp. He gets the ball 5 yards inside the half, and he just attacks the defence. As the lads were saying, he just runs at defenders and they don't like it. On his left foot here, could have squared it, but he just drives it near post.
It's good movement.
I tell you what's the positive thing about it, Alan, to be fair. Now, it's a poor shot, but at the end of the day, the ruling coming in that once you've gone past a player, you know that those players will not come back at you. And I think David's had the confidence to do that. I mean, it's a poor shot at the end, but
I thought it was excellent movement by Kluivert. I would say that Ortega's been the best player in the first half. But
I'll have to, do you know what? I'm going to agree with you. Do you know why? Even if I don't think it, anyway, it's against him.
Oh, that's all right. Getting unhealthy.
That's true.
Davids was in again here after a big, an excellent build-up.
This is why I put him for the man in the first half. So there was some great football. Some of the one-touch stuff with both teams has been superb. That's a great ball for Kluivert. I don't know if he means it for Bergkamp, but that's a good strike. And you see it from behind the goal. It swears viciously, and the goalkeeper, I think, keeps out with his knee eventually.
It's a brilliant touch again by Kluivert, straight into his left foot.
Do you know what?
Like you say, I tell you what, he's all over the place, the keeper there. But great hit.
I'm not totally sure that Kluivert meant to play it exactly where he did do. But
I
even
think you
so,
might be right.
all right, I did, honestly, just shows you.
Here's De Boer in again.
Yeah,
We've had that much action in the first half, it's been unbelievable.
you just keep talking through us. Yeah. Go on.
This is great skill again. Watch that. That was for me the best piece of action in the first half when De Boer dropped his
I
shoulder.
think he's the man of the half.
Unbelievable.
I think he's the
Just
man.
behind Davids.
I tell you what, he's had a great World Cup.
Just behind Davids in front of
drops
Ortega.
the shoulder.
Yeah.
Hope the second half's the same.
We hope so.
Tell you what.
Before we go on to other things, let's look at another couple of the Argentine efforts here.
This is
Well,
a great
Ortega
hit.
hit the post.
Great hit. Don't give him space to run at you. He's 25 yards out, right foot, fantastic hit. When he gets a hold of the ball, you've got to close him quickly.
The editor of the programme was convinced the goalkeeper got a touch there, but clearly he didn't.
Smashing shot.
I wonder why you thought that.
And then there was Simeone right at the end, who had a good effort too.
This was a tremendous shot. It really was. And once again, you get it's a very poor header from Cocu, and he gets the ball back to him here, and he just lays it off. This is a wonderful strike. Really is. Hits it with the right foot here, in step, and tries to bend at the top corner. Wonderful strike.
That's awesome. Awesome.
It doesn't miss by
Behind the goals. Only just misses.
Goalkeeper's no chance there. He's resigned to the fact he's beaten him.
It's brilliant, it's fantastic, it's sensational. Every
Everything,
bit of
all
play.
those adjectives.
It's
Hundreds of them.
David Pleat mentioned that they're playing with the wind, the Argentines, so it might have an effect in the
I
second
think that's
half.
crucial.
Well, no.
That was my feel.
Not today.
Now.
All right, you've done me that.
Now.
All right, okay. We'll soon see if somebody
But wait
wraps
for
one
this,
in
wait
from
for
about
this,
35
wait for
yards.
this. Because my tip for the Golden Boot at this World Cup should feel the end of mine. Not only did he fail to score, he missed a penalty. But here are some of the real contenders.
Top cat, the most effectual top cat, whose intellectual close friends get to call him DC, providing it's with dignity. Top cat, the indisputable leader of the gang. He's the boss, he's a myth, he's a championship, he's the most tip-top top cat. Top cat, the most effectual top cat, whose intellectual close friends get to call him DC, providing it's with dignity. Top cat, the indisputable leader of the gang. He's the boss, he's a myth, he's a championship, he's the most tip-top top cat. Yes, he's the chief, he's the king, but above everything, he's the most tip-top top cat. Yes, he's the chief, he's the king, but above everything, he's the most tip-top top cat. Top cat!
Well, that's how they stand at the moment, right there. Batistuta and Vieri on 5. Vieri now out of the competition. Batistuta can increase, and a whole host of players there on 3 goals. Who will win the Golden Boot? Who have you liked amongst the strikers, Ali, most in the competition?
I've definitely liked Owen. I think he's been superb. We can't go on about him enough. I think he's been out of this world. I think his pace, he's been so direct. And I keep going on about it. He's been fearless. And I just hope he can go on as long as he can.
At 18 years of age. I love the way he took the penalty in the
Scary.
penalty, didn't you?
He probably meant to put it off the post. The way his confidence, he probably said, I'll just put this off the inside of the post here and that'll do nicely.
Didn't
His
expect him
goal
to
was
miss.
wonderful. And I honestly think England will regret not playing him against Romania from the start.
It's extraordinary to think that you're picking him out of all the players here. He's 18 years of age. You know,
It's just, I know, it's absolutely amazing to think. I mean, and then what about the companies in? You think about it, Batistuta, Salas, Ronaldo, Bierhoff, Klinsmann. It's amazing.
Martin, who have you liked?
He doesn't leave us much choice, does he? That's the lovely thing about him going first, you know, he gets the crack at it. Owen has obviously been fantastic. So I go with the old favourites like Ronaldo, who's been slightly disappointing of late, but will come good and they're still in the competition. And I'll take his mate Rivaldo, who's basically a midfield player. But
Two great goals yesterday.
Two great goals, yeah. I'll go for that.
Alan?
Safe one.
I like the front two of Chile. I thought they were exceptional against the Italians, Salas and Zamorano. And for me, the performance, not of all time, because they didn't win the game, was against Brazil, where their service was nil. They kept going and going and going, and just was an abject lesson in front play. It really was.
Yeah. Vieri could still share this this Golden Boot competition. I mean, he got 5 goals, but
Well, he was another one of a revelation, because I think that the Italians always throw up a striker in the World Cups that will score them goals. You look at, you know, Scalacci and Rossi and guys like that, and Vieri was this year. Superb, scored
I've
different
got to
goals.
agree with
Wonderful
Mr. Lineker.
goals.
I'm not sure about him. Not totally sure about him.
No?
So then the tricky subject of Mihatovic.
Yes.
My choice.
I promised not to bring that up.
I thought you were going to, so get your retaliation in first, you see.
That is the secret.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what happened
how
to
did
him?
he
I mean,
do?
what happened to him? What, altogether, thought, and the missed penalty.
He had a poor start
Where does
coming
that
up.
place you?
He had a
Where does that
I'm
place
right
you?
down.
He's the only man I know
However-
started at the bottom and went down, you know.
Started badly and fell away.
Terrible, wasn't it? I mean, for Real Madrid, he's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
outstanding, brilliant
Yes, he has.
player. You know,
But then
he was ill-advised.
Equally, Del Piero. I think, agree with Alan, I think Del Piero looked very, very tired.
Yeah.
I think he's had a wonderful season, but I just thought he looked a little bit jaded in this tournament.
Some players come great for a World Cup, and others don't live up to their promise.
Yep,
That's right.
absolutely.
Mijatovic.
Mijatovic.
Yeah.
This game has lived up to its promise, and we hope it does in the second half. Argentina 1, Holland 1. Here's Barry.
Well, it's been a party during the half-time interval here. Just constant rhythm, be it orange or blue and white. And for the record, if Batistuta does hang on and go away with the Golden Boot, he would be the 3rd Argentine to do so. In 1930, the first World Cup was won by Guillermo Stabile with 8 goals to his credit. And in 1978, Mario Kempes, when Argentina won the World Cup. When they won it again in 1986, they didn't have the leading goal scorer, but you know who that was, don't you? You don't? Gary Lineker. Refreshments at half-time, sitting in a cool dressing room, both of which would have been appreciated. Over Miles going through shot. Which way is she facing? Obviously on an each-way bet that Argentina will win. Temperature, if you didn't join us right at the start of the game, and you've missed a good half, 88 degrees. It's probably gone up from there. But there is a breeze which is now blowing behind the orange of Holland.
Yeah, it's a fantastic sight, and strangely enough they have the floodlights on here during the afternoon games, but there's enough colour both on the field and in the crowd. I think it's like a celebration in the quarter-finals, but someone's going to be very disappointed today. I felt that Argentina were very dangerous on the break, possibly had a little bit more pace on the break. The Dutch found it harder to work the ball to get towards the 18-yard box to find an opportunity. But they've all got such good shooters when they come to the final third. Dangerous players. They don't need to have too many attempts to score. But Van der Sar and Roa today have already made several good blocks, and they know they're going to be in for a busy time as the game opens up even more. And of course, fatigue is going to settle a little bit of the events later on.
There's a wonderful light here in Marseille, particularly over the Vieux-Port, the old port. It's not surprising that so many of the world's great artists have come here to bring their canvas of the Impressionists of the past. Argentines coming a little slowly. at least they haven't made the Dutch wait this time, as they did 20 years ago. It's the third meeting, incidentally, because there was a meeting in Gelsenkirchen in 1974 that the Argentines probably want to forget, when Holland won by 4-0. A certain Johan Cruyff scored 2, the others by Ruud Kool and Johnny Rett. Some great players in the teams of 74 and 78 Holland. What about the team of 98? Carter gives the ball to Dennis Bergkamp to get the second half underway. I wonder if he's going to be fussy about Kluivert being in the wrong half of the field. Here's Newman. Koku had a slightly curious first half at times. Totally different role from the one he's been playing, and the one he didn't expect to play, but was brought upon by the sending off of Patrick Kluivert in the first match. It was deeper today, and not always to 100% purpose. Frank de Boer. Stump. Comfortable for Ayala. On. Free kick. Young disappointed. How much was there a lead and how much was there a pull? That's what the referees have had to adjudicate for. Not easy. Sensini, odd man of the party on the pitch. In October for the record. Oh, Ayala. Reisiger couldn't really get any power in any sort of clearance. This is Veron, and that's a corner conceded by Frank de Boer. He's a bit disappointed, played it with his left and it skewed off. Reminding his colleagues, come on, we're back on the pitch again. Always the danger when you've just come out of the dressing room at half-time. Good challenge by Simeone, but a foul challenge, according to the referee. Took my band away, so you can't give a free kick against me as well.
Tough character, Simeone. Won a League and Cup medal at Atletico Madrid before venturing into Italy. Probably some of his colleagues in the team persuaded him to make that move, more Italian-based than Spanish-based now.
The Stump will be Old Trafford-based next season. Kim Young looking for the diagonal ball. Kluivert still available, Young, but it's back for Stump. Good backtracking by Chamot. Davids. Reisiger. High bounce all of a sudden.
I think the breeze is much stronger than in the first half.
Reisiger, everything to his left. Chamot tries to take him out. Veron looks after the ball only and is more successful. Kluivert just inside the 18-yard area. Bergkamp, the edge of the 6-yard box. Here's Kluivert. Reisiger. Bergkamp pulls slightly across. Koku is left of him. De Boer. Newman available. Pieces move around on the board. Comfortable cross which the goalkeeper didn't want to come to for, and here's Kluivert, and it's whacked away by Veron. Really, the Argentines didn't look very good in defence then. I think they expected Rowe to come and take what would have been surely a very simple catch. Here's Newman. Baron doing more than his fair share of defending. First look at the watches from Mrs. Hiddink and Naskins. Ayala's had a good height, good angle too. Chance for the cross here from Newman. Got slightly deflected, it's a corner.
It's the second time Newman has got well forward, trying to get that ball into the box. Kluivert, his course, is very good in the air, and Bergkamp also is clever at finding space in the box to get downward headers.
Frank de Boer has come forward. Stam couldn't get his head to it. Batistuta gets it out. That corner was being taken, or just before it was being taken, there were three Dutchmen around the referee, one of them Davids, discussing something or other. Reiziger. Dutch being invited to make the running in the second half, it seems.
No apparent change in shape either team. Holland playing with their back four, Argentina with a back three. Ayala as the central defender who likes to cover. Sensini and Chamot the markers.
Kirkou from the centre circle. Ronald de Boer. Lopez, nicely played up to him. He couldn't find the pass he was looking for. Bergkamp. Jonk. Kluivert tries to hold it up. Sensini all over him. He's getting his body between the defender and the ball, Kluivert. He's held it up very nicely, and they found it difficult, haven't they?
It was a lovely slow angled pass, and Kluivert knew exactly what he was doing. He came onto it, he made sure his body was there, and he almost said to Sensini, the only way you're going to get this ball is to foul me.
Newman. Kluivert again, nicely done. Kirkou. To work it left side. Jonk. Newman. Kirkou down that touchline. The deflection took the pace off the pass. It's another corner.
Hiddink will be pleased with this start. They're passing the ball well, changing the play, using the width. Characteristics of the Dutch game.
Fourth corner of the match for Holland. Nobody took control. Stamu got nearest for Holland. Chance of a break. Ortega's making a good run down the middle. The man in possession is Lopez, but he had that 1 yard too far. Worked at it though. Davids improvises successfully. Here's the man born in Suriname, like Ruud Gullit, getting applause from the Dutch support. Free kick for the challenge on Patrick Kluivert.
Once again, Kluivert waiting for the ball as opposed to going to meet the ball and holding his body in such a way that the defender comes in and fouls. But what a clever piece of play. Some managers would pull their hair out. A back heel near his only 18-yard box.
Stump. The ball. It's about going outside, then offers himself a bit shorter for the pass. This is Jonk. Kirkou. Free now in the middle. Away by Ayala. applause briefly was because Mark Overmars has got on his feet. Ortega. Seemingly prepared to take a risk. Batistuta and Stubb. Batistuta, not as clever as Kluivert. De Boer. Jonk. The Argentines drop back and every man holds his position. Simeone's the defender on the left side. Then Veron. That's a testing ball and it's very well taken. Zanetti. Ortega. Davids, who went in strongly. Free kick has been given. Ortega is hurt.
A light heavyweight against a lightweight, I think there. Davids, he can tackle as well as play. There we see a right good thump.
Love the look at the referee as he got up. Two forward, Veron just behind, Ortega back on his feet. And in possession. And trying to work an opening. Newman close to him, as was the case at the later stages of the first half. Kluivert. Loves the Muhammad Ali wiggle. Lopez coming in behind Reisiger. Some people will tell me, of course, that in Muhammad Ali's case it was a shutter. Just hear Desmond Lynham saying it. Kluivert. Got it clear, but couldn't find Bergkamp. And he's got a free kick.
Well, Kluivert's inducing some fouls, and they could be decisive. Argentina mustn't give too many free kicks away. Holland have taken the initiative in this second period.
One booking against Argentina in this match, and 4 others carrying a card into this quarter-final. Reisiger. 2 yellow cards in consecutive matches would mean that player missing the semi-final should Argentina get through. But it's the Dutch looking more likely at this juncture. Kirku. Jonk. Good ball. Bergkamp. And this time he and Kluivert not quite on the same wavelength. Very different pace of the contest in the second half. It's become more chess-like. The Dutch are moving the pieces around. Frank de Boer to Bergkamp. Space on the left side for Newman. Only Kluivert in the middle. Newman pulls it back to him, but it was the only ball that was on, and it was clearly going to be anticipated by an Argentine defender, and as it was by Sensini.
That pass had to be so perfect. I think there was 5v1 in the box there when Kluivert looked to receive that ball.
Yellow card shown against Sensini. But not sure whether you saw just what Sensini did, but he threw the ball. It was rather too strong for the throw. Just went into the crowd, and that's why he was booked.
Provided Stam and Frank de Boer keep the back door locked, then eventually the pressure could pay off for Holland. There's always a danger on the counter. The pace of Veron, Zanetti on the right might supply Lopez and Batistuta, but at the moment Holland are squeezing out, aided by the breeze, and Argentina are sitting a little bit deep, and Holland are dominating possession.
Bergkamp. Good try. but the goalkeeper able to get across comfortably enough. They've had 4 days to recover from the exertions against England. This is well won by Newman. Simeone. Stump. Over. Newman again with lots of space. That's a due to make this possession count. Newman has got past two, never a foul. At least not what the Dutch supporters were wanting. It was a foul on Sensini as he fell by Newman.
Well, Newman looking very positive on these forward breaks. He's done already 3 times as many breaks in this first period of the second half as he did in all the first half. We said that before half-time, could they be a bit more ambitious from full-back? Maybe that message has been handed on, but there's no question about it. Newman is getting forward as much as possible.
Kurku. It's down that flank. Again. Davids. Kluivert. Trying to touch him. There. Bergkamp might make that work for himself. Kurku almost got in behind De Boer. Davids just away from Ortega. Dutch dictating the match but not finding an end product. Kluivert. Beautifully away from Sensini. Takes on Veron. Good interception. Chamot then gives it away. Ronald De Boer. Shoulder to shoulder. Simeone, no foul. Ball was out. Checking on the booking. The booking there against Argentina was in fact given against Zanetti for clearing the ball. Sensini reacted to it, but it was Zanetti who's had a yellow card against him. Here's Jonk. De Boer. Kluivert. Things haven't been going too well on and off the pitch for Patrick Kluivert for some 18 months now. He's showing something of his style as a footballer here. Davids. Argentina making a lot of mistakes. Kluivert. The Dutch have to make them pay for one. Bergkamp. Simeone's clearance. Straight back by Reisiger. Jonk. Jonk. Miles now with his orange shirt on, ready to join the fray. It's a good interception by Chamot. There's Ortega, taken on by Veron. Left side is Lopez, right side is Batistuta. It's for Batistuta, who's inside Frank de Boer! Oh! And hits the inside of the far post. He's very unlucky. And the Dutch, in great simplicity, with pace, good quality of pass, good control, and so very nearly the final finish, were torn apart.
Fantastic left foot shot, great break by Veron. Once again Van der Sar looks back in relief, not in anger.
And here now on the pitch is Mark Overmars, and he's replaced Ronald De Boer. Suffering from a hamstring problem which kept him out of the starting lineup, so this is a little bit of a gamble here by Rus Hiddink. But he's immediately testing them for his pace. Different role now, different task for Simeone. Good early ball. Kluivert! Good save! And in fact, the header was from Cuckoo, as you may well have picked. No, it wasn't. It was from Kluivert. Cuckoo came across in front of him. It confused me. On the replay, really good header by Kluivert. Frank de Boer on the near edge of the 6-yard area. Just brushed the balding pate of Jaap Stam.
The Dutch going for even greater width now. Overmars, a right-footed cross. Fantastic leap. There we see the first incident. Batistuta's tremendously powerful shot. And Kluivert equally as unlucky, but magnificent credit to the goalkeeper Rower. That was a really fine save. I think Kluivert today has given one of the best examples of what we call back to the goal centre-forward play, showing himself available for passes and leading the line and linking.
Still only 21, Kluivert, 22 on... in fact, he's just 22, 1st of July. Here's Veron, and here's Batistuta. Five weeks of the World Cup, you forget what day it is. Here's Bergkamp. Holding up the challenge of Almeida, going down. And the referee quite rightly says to Bergkamp, get back on your feet, and he's lucky not to be booked. Blatant attempt to get a penalty. One or two things from the Arsenal player in this competition which will have upset his manager and upset a number of people who think that he's a great player, which he certainly is, but we could do without that sort of attitude. This is Davids. Newman. Cuckoo. Reisiger. Cuckoo could have a crack. Now wishes he hadn't. Substitution now by Argentina. Almeida coming off and Pineda coming on. One of their goal scorers scored the goal which beat Croatia in the last game. Sure that they led the group and thereby played England. Coming to the halfway point of the second half. Still 1-1. Lopez. Ortega. Still Ortega in spite of 2 attempts. Offside Lopez. Military precision from the assistant referee.
Well, if you level, you're onside. Clever run by Lopez. Might just have deceived the linesman. He's been deceived once before in this game.
Cincini, no shout presumably from Ayala. That's a foul by Kluivert, surely. Yes. Charge into the back.
Pineda's come on to mark Overmars. I assume Passarella's gone pace v pace.
Kluivert. First test, he did well. New player. Reisiger, Simeone, De Boer. Newman. Cuckoo. Kluivert wants it in the middle. Comes to collect it. Bergkamp. Overmars. Donato with him. Davids. Jonk. For the deflection, it's an Argentine throw.
I think Passarella will be trying to entice his defenders to push further up the field.
Here's Lopez. Batistuta goes to the middle. That's almost an excellent ball. Very good piece of defending. And Van der Sar somehow manages to save the corner, but Frank de Boer did really well then. Good play attackingly and defensively. But that's often been the case in this contest. Overmars. Wriggles away, protects the ball well. Newman.
Well, Newman will be pleased with his performance down that left side. He's forcing corners. That's where the danger is coming to Argentina.
Frank de Boer, his usual position now on the near post. Stam is just outside the 6-yard area. Koku making a run too, and Kluivert. Good header out by Ayala. Bergkamp. Lopez. Veron had made a good run forward, wasn't used. Here's Ortega. Lopez, early ball into him. Davids just gets enough. Lopez determined to carry on. But there's some intelligent play. They've had less of the ball, but that's the second time in quick succession. And here's a third now. The whistle has gone, and Holland had the free kick.
Well, it's a game of thoroughbreds, there's no doubt about it. There's so much class all over the field. It was a game that whetted our appetite when we saw the draw. Of course, we'd have loved to have seen England here today. We wanted to see England. But it is a really fine game. We thought it would be two evenly matched teams. It's on a knife edge, but what quality.
Wim Jonk. Space left side again for Newman. Kluivert. Half managed to dig it out. Argentine supporters beating the drum and waving their colours in the air. It's the orange in possession. This is Jonk. Overmars. Donato to him. Jonk. Just ahead is Davids. Nicely found. Newman. Does well. Bergkamp was actually unmarked, but the ball was hanging a bit. Couldn't get any real purpose on the header. Always going to go wide.
Yeah, he was up early, but it held in the wind. Good position for Newman to get his ball in. There we see the optimism of the Argentinian supporters. I don't think I've ever been at a game so colourful as this.
Veron. Lopez given offside. There'll be many a good example here of how to play this game. Again, it's a tight one, but the assistant referee might be right. Lopez has given a wonderful example of going cross-field across the line.
Joie de vivre. Just plays, he enjoys it, he makes runs all over the field. He's been tremendous.
Here's Mark Overmars. Put up by Ayala. So Mancini prostrate in the middle, thinking he was going to have to head the ball away. So far the hamstrings holding this man up. (7-3) the corner count. Yonk takes, Stam at the back. Yonk. Reisiger. Zanetti to Chamot. Goku. Davids. Overmars this side. Not had a chance of a run yet. Nathan always quickly to him. Free kick. Into the last quarter of an hour. Brazil await the winners. Newman. Davids knew that Veron was coming, tried to jockey a good position. So did Kirku. Reisiger going the long way around successfully, but that wasn't a good ball. Veron with a chance of a break. Beautiful pace, and Newman coming across, and the referee looks. Newman has already been booked and is off. Determination to get the ball, and this referee, except for the game between England and Colombia, has always dispatched one man in the World Cup, and this man is Newman.
Well, we were worried about this aspect before the game, whether we could have 10 outfield players be 10, even if we had to go to the agonising golden goal. He definitely caught Simeone late. I don't think the referee's got any alternative. It's a yellow card offence, which makes a red card offence if you've had one previously. Simeone really powered onto that ball. It had come from a break by Veron. Veron, I thought, also possibly would have been fouled. That's a real sadness for the Orange men. Will it change the course of the game? England proved that it doesn't have to. In adversity, you can fight.
Well, the Dutch campaign started with a sending off. Is it to end with that? Simeone helped off, but it was the earlier yellow card for far lesser offence, which in the end has been costly to Arthur Newman. Holland will play with 10, and we're in the 33rd minute of the second half.
Simeone, the player involved again, of course. He was involved in the Bergkamp incident.
I suppose the simple question is, are the Dutch as good as England? And Simeone certainly has had a controversial World Cup. He was hugely determined to get the ball, and Newman coming in from the side caught him. I don't think you can attach any blame on this occasion to Simeone, which was not the case with his challenge on David Beckham. It was a challenge from behind. Some people feel he's deserving of a red, not a yellow that night. History now. Now it's the Dutch who let Argentina have the possession. The sending off has changed the atmosphere. For the second time, the classic has been spoiled by a departure. But it was the 2 yellow cards, it was the first which undid him.
It's very important how the Dutch play now. Goosedink got straight out there. I think he's going to try and keep 3 up the field. Bergkamp Kluivert and Overmars. That will stop the freedom for Argentina to have too much time and space to control the tempo of the game from the back. They're going to try and keep three players up. They've still got the energetic Davids in midfield. Wim Jonk in midfield has held up well, and the Dutch will just play the three at the back.
Jonk. Kluivert. Sensini with him. Free kick is against Patrick Kluivert. It might be worth reminding you that the two Argentine players on yellow cards in this match are Chamot and Zanetti. Free up for Argentina. Batistuta in the middle, Ortega to the right. Lopez on the left. Veron. Now two in the middle. Davids working hard again with Ortega. Zanetti. Batistuta!
I think Argentina might be just a little bit disappointed on reflection the other evening that they didn't exploit England better. England's efforts was fantastic, but England got together in the centre of the field and almost invited Argentina to go around the outside, but they didn't do that too effectively. They didn't use their extra man from the back particularly well. There was a cross from a wide position where they overloaded, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to stretch the Dutch.
Jonk. Kluivert. Overmars running on. Ayala there. Overmars not stretching to make the challenge. Simeone. Back the ball. Now has that left side patrol. The departure of Newman. The best of balls by Stump. Dutch really can't afford to give away possession needlessly. Zanetti. Lopez. Bicycle.
The odds stacked against Holland now because Argentina should be capable of dictating the tempo of the game. It's worth recalling that England played with a man short for around 75 minutes, I think. The Dutch don't have quite as big a task today, but it's much warmer.
Pineda for Argentina. Veron. Batistuta forward on the left side, Ortega on the right. This is Ortega, it's Lopez on the right. Sensini. A few passes to get the ball out of their own half. Chamot. Batistuta. Perfectly fair challenge. Ayala. Bergkamp. Trying to get Overmars away. Ortega. Veron. Davids. Still Davids. Patrick Kluivert trying to get up. Overmars to Davids in possession. Robbed by Ayala.
Great defending by Ayala, kept his eyes glued on the ball.
Veron. Simeone. Ortega ahead, Batistuta even further ahead. This is Ortega. No foul. Argentine protest. Veron. Goes for the shot. And Lopez was screaming for the ball on the near side. Hit it cleanly enough, but Landazar all in line. Here's Overmars. Chamot.
It might sound a little cynical, but if Overmars can get against Chamot and get a run at him and get him to make a mistime tackle, there's always the chance that the Dutch could equalise this current advantage that Argentina have.
Into the last 5 minutes of the 90. Extra time and the golden goal beckons again. Simeone. Zanetti thinks about going wide. Simeone now has Overmars, who's tracked him. Corner. Doing his level best to save it, but he didn't. Only the fourth corner for the South American team. It's curling far too far away. Wind taking it, of course. Pineda. Zanetti. Two waiting for the pullback. He didn't look up. Batistuta had made the run short. There was nobody coming in on the far side, near as we look. Can't get the ball to Kluivert. Argentine push before the end of the 90. Chamot. Batistuta. Chamot. Davids. Bergkamp. Didn't get it away. Simeone. Batistuta, space right side for Ortega, found by Zanetti. Ortega thought about the shot. Simeone's was blocked by Reisiger. Ortega again. Lopez far side, two around the penalty spot. Ortega goes one way and then the other. Yapstam looks at the referee. The referee shows the red card. Ortega, for what looked like an uppercut, is removed. And the challenge was done. The referee got himself in a good position. He was looking to go over the leg that was outstretched. Stretcher has come on. Ortega has gone off. What is not yet clear is what the referee has done about the initial challenge by Jaap Stam. This is what followed, and it was a headbutt into Van der Sar by Ortega, who was complaining clearly about Ortega trying to get the penalty. But it was more costly to the Argentine because he was utterly stupid. And there is a free kick to Holland. The referee judging that Ortega had made a meal of that.
Well, we've equalised the numbers in the most amazing fashion. What a shame for Ortega. Ex-Argentinian Maradona is commentating just behind us here to our right. Centre of much attention. All his misdemeanours off the field. Not forgetting he was the most fantastic footballer. And Ortega, with all the world at his feet, has made a most stupid blemish, which he'll have to live with. And he's given the Dutch a tremendous opportunity now to get back in the game.
Here's Lopez. Batistuta to the right. Lopez gets the cross in. Batistuta can't find it. Did really well then against the up stump. Your mention of Maradona. His first World Cup, they didn't pick him in '78. He was sent off. Beautifully pulled down by Bergkamp! Oh, what a goal! Dennis Bergkamp has won it for Holland! That was absolutely brilliant! From adversity to triumph for the Dutch. They who were silent are now in song.
It was the most fantastic diagonal ball, and Bergkamp has the touch of a master as he pulls that down, feints to go outside, touches it inside, outside of the right foot. I think the BBC have seen those goals before somewhere. Shades of Leicester City away from home for Arsenal. What a player.
The real Dennis Bergkamp emerges when he's needed most. We're in the 46th minute. The lines are cleared. The fourth official waits to hold up the board. Hasn't done so yet. There's to be a late substitution. If there is time for him to come on, Abel Balbo, survivor of 1994. It's a question of whether Argentina can survive in '98. Mark Overmars. Cleared by Stam.
Well, I wonder what Stam is thinking at this moment.
Balbo will come on. 33-year-old who plays for Roma. And the man he's replaced is Chamot. Pineda. Davids. Bergkamp. Kluivert far side. Davids rather closer to and has found the space. And here's Kluivert.
Well, Bergkamp can do everything. He can head, he can shoot, he can pass. The ball he rolled there for Davids was delicious.
Pineda. Both coaches on the edge of the area that they patrol. This is Lopez, who's had a fine match. Off the head of Frank de Boer. Bergkamp down the line. Roa comes to collect. The Dutch pushing forward. Argentina have a man offside at the moment, their captain Simeone. Away by Stam. Back by Veron. Pineda. All the Dutch in the crowd encouraging the referee for the final whistle, but the one he blows is for a free kick against Davids. This is Zanetti. Balbo. 5 in the area if he can find a cross. Overmars struggling to get to the ball. Lopez does well again. Batistuta. Good attempt by Sensini. Kluivert looks to go. Ayala cuts it out quite beautifully. Flag was up for an offside. Daniel Passarello, who's going to quit at the end of the competition, may well be quitting in a matter of seconds. Veron forward. Well up, well out by Koku. Wim Jonk. Weishead just keeps possession. Frank de Boer. Kluivert. The Dutch are through to the semi-final. A magnificent match. Both with a man sent off. When Argentina had the advantage, Ortega, who had shown something of the style of the man he's replaced, then found the other side of that character to behave quite stupidly. And Bergkamp, from a magnificent pass to him, found a finish that he could only dream about. The Dutch are through to the semi-final, and deservedly so.
It really was a game fit for a king, this one. A wonderful finish for Holland when they probably thought the fates were conspiring against them. Then Ortega, in a flash of stupidity, handed the initiative back to Holland. They were buoyed. It was a wonderful ball that put Bergkamp in. Argentina can be disappointed. Batistuta, Ortega have hit the woodwork with fantastic efforts. They played so strongly and positively on the break. Unfortunately, there was a sending off for Newman and another sending off, which may cloud the picture of this fantastic event. But I'm sure there's a lot of English people who'll be very pleased because the Dutch have such good English connections. They play in a way that makes us proud. They use the depth, they use the width, they pass well. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Holland, twice runners-up. Johan Neeskens congratulating his team there. Runners-up in 74, runners-up against Argentina in 78. Make their way to the last four, leave South America with only Brazil, only I say, to carry their colours. They will meet in the semi-final here on Wednesday. But at the moment, it is all orange in Marseille. It's been a magnificent triumph at the end of a wonderful game of football. Holland 2, Argentina 1.
There you are, the game that had everything. Best game of the whole championship, no question.
Drama, excitement, bit of controversy, and a magnificent goal to win it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. First
Bergkamp,
touch was
out of the
unreal.
blue. Saved you money.
Listen, made me money. Different. He scored a hat-trick against us for Arsenal against Leicester early on in the season. I've never seen a hat-trick like it in all my life. Honestly, I was nearly applauding myself. And at the end of the day, this is a goal that you just cannot believe. Fantastic. And I think there's only he on the field could have done it.
When you talk about first touches, I mean, this is unreal. It's gone 50, 60 yards. It's got a sixpence. The second touch is magnificent, and the finish, well, that's just is the best of the lot.
Oh, that's Roy Race. It's as simple as that. That is unbelievable.
Roy the Rovers. It's impossible, isn't it?
I think it's Blackie Gray that gives him the ball, actually. What a goal that is. That's unbelievable. The
Three
ball,
touches. 1, 2, 3.
look at that.
I mean, can't make up my mind which one is the best. They're all brilliant.
I have to say it was a tremendous ball from Frank de Boer, though, wasn't it? 50 yards.
Yeah, look, he only has to control it, keep it in the sixpence, and take a player on and put the ball in the net. Yeah, great ball.
Apart from that,
Great ball, yeah, fantastic. I wouldn't mind playing one of those. I wouldn't mind playing one of those to Pelly every now and again.
You don't get the ammunition, you can't do it.
Oh, for heaven's sake, don't get an ammunition.
I think Frank was giving him a
that ball had
bit.
been played to you.
Honestly,
Oil.
you just keep your record up here.
What about the sendings off, though? The first one spoilt the game for a while. It went dull for about 30 seconds.
Silly challenge. It was a silly challenge. Newman comes in here. I mean, I didn't realise he was so far in the Argentinian half. He's got 60 yards to go before he reached the Dutch goal. It's a silly tackle, especially the fact
He's already had a
been booked.
He's got to keep away from it.
he's got to go.
Simeone
Simeone's
could have rolled back to
rolls
Buenos
there,
Aires with that one.
Yeah. Disappointed me with some of his antics, I tell you.
Reckless.
And he was involved with
He deserved
Beckham,
to
wasn't
be
he?
sent
Same
off.
player involved with the Beckham situation.
correct.
But it had to
No
go, no
alternative.
question about that one. And what about the next sending off, though? We thought it was the other way round for a minute, and a penalty.
When you watch Sam,
I still think it might be a penalty. I'm not convinced it's not.
That is not a penalty. I cannot believe the two boys in here. It's not a penalty.
let me tell you this
Just
much.
leg in.
As a defender,
He's pulled.
if you go for the ball and miss it by a mile, you're in big
Yeah, he
trouble.
lifts his leg, he puts his knee in.
No,
Yeah.
it's not a penalty.
He puts his knee in.
Touch and go.
Not a penalty for me. Referee makes a perfect decision here and just when he decides
No doubt about
to
this,
remonstrate with the goalkeeper, you might as well give him one, might as well finish it off. No doubt about it, and off he goes, and this is absolutely unbelievable.
It's a touch of the WWF.
The guy's played so well.
That is crazy. I mean,
not only hands with frustration, all right, he's frustrated at the penalty, but the guy's played so well to do that.
yeah, well, Beckham apparently is, I think, in my mind, unfairly being criticised back in the UK. But this guy will get some stick back in Argentina because that was just madness.
That's thuggery, really. He's put the head on the... There's no excuse for that at all.
Yeah.
I still think Beckham was very unlucky.
Psychologically,
but that's a disgrace.
it give Holland a lift again. You know, suddenly they're going into extra time and thinking, well, this is 10 against 10. If it goes that far, as it turns out it didn't do, but it gives them that big lift that Ortega leaves the field.
To be honest, it's a shame one side had to go up because the two of them were absolutely magnificent. I mean, when you talk about talent and ability and the movement and the counter-attacking, it was just like frightening.
See Holland winning it now?
No, I don't. I still think that I think that Brazil will beat them in the semi-final. Isn't that right?
That's fine. I just asked the question.
No, I know. Sorry, that's true.
That's an opinion last year as well. I'm not going to go along with that.
I think Brazil will. I think Brazil would do. I'm sorry. It was just that vacant look that I got from you.
Brazil will beat Holland.
I do.
Yeah.
I think Holland can win it, but I don't think they will. There you are.
Okay, there we are. Alan, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. And there we are. And of course, we've got some more football to look forward to this evening here on the BBC. Germany against Croatia in the one remaining quarter-final. We're going back to Wimbledon now. You know the problem with the BBC? Too much sport. Here's Steve Ryder.